Hello, hi, this is the Red Knights podcast. Today we have Anton, aka Vulture, Kid Nichols, aka Bedrell, Kino, aka Ed Jones, Noah, aka Junkyard, and Shona, aka Banshee. So, I'm going to start out today's session with basically, each of your characters is going to hear about this upcoming job in different ways. Bedrell, you get a heads up about this job from someone that you actually perform some medical services for. He doesn't have quite enough money to cover your costs, but as a tip, he tells you that there's a suit who's looking for some hired muscle coming up soon. He's going to do recruitment at a bar or at the karaoke bar later on that night, and he gives you the address and the time. Junkyard is going to hear about the job also from someone else who he is who's trying to barter with him for some piece of tech or repair. Same spiel. There's a suit looking for some muscle on a job. It's supposed to pay pretty well if you can get hired for it. Banshee and Ed Jones are going to get a text directly from the karaoke bar itself, the owner, Neko, basically saying he's going to tell Banshee that he hears about a job coming up, and he's pretty sure Banshee's going to be able to do it pretty well. And he also messages Ed Jones because he knows that Ed is trying to break into more heavy-duty work and is also a friend of Banshee's. And finally, Vulture is going to hear about it from Logan, who is got his ear to the ground and has also heard about this job coming up. So you get told to head to the karaoke bar at 8 p.m. that night, and you'll have a chance to get recruited for the job. So that's where we're starting at. I guess everyone just go ahead and tell me, if you get told to meet at 8 p.m., what time is your character going to get there? What's he going to do to prepare? Or what are they going to do to prepare for this job if they get it?
Yeah, Vulture is going to be there 5 minutes early. As for preparing for the job in case he gets it, he doesn't really need that much. He has everything in his truck. So he's just going to have everything that he needs in there, which is usually just the truck, because not many people have, vehicles. So having a wheelman tends to just be him going, hey, I can drive and I can get us there and back and wherever. So it's cool. So he doesn't really do much preparing, but he probably stakes the place out like 10 minutes before it starts, just to check the vibe, so to speak.
Yeah, so as he gets there like 10 minutes early to spec it out, he notices that there seems to be a lot of quite a bit of people who seem to be here to try and get hired. He notices that all kinds of rough sorts seem to be coming in and out. And if you had to guess, he probably looks at like a dozen or so people, aside from just the normal clientele, who are pretty recognizable, pretty easily distinguished from the people here looking for this job, as they're not typically wearing body armor and weapons. What about Pedro? How soon does he get there? How early ahead of time, and what does he do to prepare?
I want to get there early, but he'd also want to make sure that he had enough supplies for the day. So I would say that would he know if he had time to go to sort of the outer, the less developed, and see if he could rummage through an old med station and see if he can find some supplies, or would that be out of the he's like, oh, that take way too long, especially because I'm walking.
If you're walking, yeah, that'd probably take too long.
All right. So most likely he's going to know, well, if I need the money and if I need to get the job, I should get there early. So he sets out from his place of residence fairly early to try and get there a few hours before everyone else.
Okay. Yeah, getting there a few hours ahead of time. You basically are there and you just can see as like in ones or twos, more and more people show up who seem to be here trying to get this job. They kind of just hang out around the bar or inside. But like I said before, it starts, you're the first one there. And by the time 8 p.m. rolls around, there's probably about a dozen other people there besides this group. Next up is Ed Jones.
Ed is going to get there right on 8. For preparation, he's going to makes sure he cleans his shotgun and has enough ammo, and is going to throw his tech bag together and start walking towards the place.
All right. And Junkyard, what are you doing to prepare? How soon do you get there?
Junkyard will start by cleaning himself up because he's probably covered in grease. Goes there, probably gets there super duper early, scouts the place out just to see what it's like. Gets there at like 4 o'clock, spends a little time looking around, and then leaves and comes back at approximately 8.
All right. And Banshee.
Well, I don't think Banshee would have come in armor jack because, like, that's just way too obvious. So that's in the bag. Preloaded some shells for the Sacco, just in case, you never know. Suspiciously large unicorn backpack that seems to be bulging with more than something. And I got there like 45 minutes early so I could get in like 1 or 2 songs and then get a cocktail and just see what happens. See who's coming in.
All right. So yeah, most of you tend to get there pretty early. Some of you kind of get there right on time. The bar itself, as stated before, is a karaoke bar. As you walk in, there's a large center stage with a TV behind it. On the TV, there's just like anime characters who dance to whatever tune is playing at the time. Over at the bar, there's a man who's very muscular in a purple latex crop top and like hot pants, basically, with electric blue boots and gloves on. And that's the owner of the bar, Neko Neko. Out in front of the stage, there's a bunch of small bar tables that are all bolted to the floor. And it's standing room only for the most part, except for right at the bar, where there are some bar stools, also bolted to the ground. As stated before, there's about a dozen or so other people here if you want to talk to them at all.
Walter isn't going to opt for not talking to them in case they're competition and in case they're very trigger-happy individuals. He doesn't really want to get into a fight, but he will approach the bartender.
Yeah, Neko Neko kind of turns to you. He's like, "What can I get you?"
Got any good beers?
Oh yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff. We mostly specialize in stuff from Japan, but we have a few domestic things as well. What are you looking for?
I'll tell you what, I'll have a Portman Stout.
All right. Yeah, I think we got some of that. You want any food to go along with that? We got ramen. We got sushi.
Nah, I think I'm good. But I'm looking for some information. I heard there was a job offering here tonight. You happen to know anything about that, friend?
Of course. I mean, if someone wants to hire people from here, they got to run it through me first.
Obviously.
Yeah, he kind of leans in. Tell you what, I'm willing to let you know ahead of time who it is who's hiring. If you you throw me a little extra money. Got some extra EBs on you?
Vulture nods knowingly, and he's going to roll bribery to see what a fair amount is and not overpay.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Yeah, no, probably only like 10 eddies is really what you need to grease a palm here.
Yeah, well, he's getting 15 because I ordered that beer.
Very nice. Yeah, so you hand him the eddies, and he kind of like gestures. He kind of just like nods and points you towards a man in a very clean-cut suit who is sitting in the back of the room. It would have been hard to notice him because as far as people go, he doesn't really stand out too much aside from the suit, but he seems to be doing like a very good job of just like sitting there and looking bland and fitting in.
In stark contrast to the normal clientele and the rough clientele.
Well, the normal clientele comes kind of dressed as whatever, anywhere from like, very bright colors to suits to, just bag lady chic. But all the people here looking for jobs, they came looking, most of them have come either wearing some kind of armor. A few of them have handguns at their sides or a long gun on their back.
Just a lovely karaoke bar setup, I guess.
Pretty much.
Right, well, Vulture is going to saunter over. Well, he's going to drink his beer, and then he's going to saunter over to the man in the suit.
All right. I'll pause there real quick. How about anybody else? Anybody want to interact with some of the people around here?
I mean, I would assume that Banshee has witnessed this, having sat at the bar, and is gonna kind of gonna try to horn in on that. Like, excuse me, I noticed that you were talking to him, and you sent him over there in the direction of that salary man. Should I be paying attention?
Oh, hello, Banshee. Neko will kind of know your character just based on the fact that you get most of your jobs through here.
You're my favorite fixer, setter upper. None of whatever you want to call it. You wouldn't short me on this one, would you?
Oh, of course not. Believe me, I've already put in a good word for you and your friends.
Oh, thank you. That's why you're my favorite.
Of course. Can I get you anything to drink, Banshee?
Whatever this pink thing is would be amazing. And what's the salary man over there drinking?
Funnily enough, he hasn't ordered anything to drink. He has ordered food, though. He had some sushi earlier.
Sounds like a sake situation, but I'll hold off. Thank you.
Of course. Give my regards to your friend Ed Jones as well.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see when the time's right to approach. You don't want to rush them all at once while everyone else, the extras, are in the way. You're gonna need me to actually do any other conversation with other PCs at this moment.
Yeah, you're good. Anybody else want to do anything?
Does Pero notice any sort of wannabe corpos among the perspectives, or anyone that looks like too rich for this crowd?
As far as like the people who are look like they're trying to get the job, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Roll me a perception, I suppose. Yeah. So you kind of look around. Yeah, you definitely notice that there's one guy here who seems to be all decked out. He's got a nice flashy gun on him that's all chromed out. His armor looks like it's never been anything dirty, shot at.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
All right. He kind of looks up to you and he kind of puffs his chest out. He's like, "What's up?"
I'm gonna just look. Is he taller than I am? I'm like 5'11", a little under 6.
He's about the same height as you, we'll say. He's about 5'10"-ish.
All right. Looking at him, I say, "Aren't you a little rich for this crowd? Your gear looks a little shinier than most."
That's just because I'm too good.
Too good to roll around on the ground? Too good to get your hands dirty?
I'm just look, man, I'm better than everyone here. I'm gonna get this job. And who are you? What are you walking up to me for? What do you want?
I just take a little bit of umbrage seeing people, because that armor looks like it costs a pretty penny. If you take stock of the people around here, you notice that a lot of them are closer to my I'd say monetary worth than yours. So I was just wondering, when I saw someone like you attempting to take food out of my hands, what are you doing here?
He seems, at this point, he seems kind of flustered and unsure. He seems unsure as to how he's supposed to respond to that. Are you trying to get him to leave the...
I'm attempting to get him to leave.
All right. Can you make me a...
It could be a showdown.
Yeah, showdown would probably work, actually.
All right. Where is that?
That is your cool plus rep, if applicable, and D10, I think.
All right.
Yeah, so it'll just basically be cool plus a D10, because I believe everyone's rep starts at 0.
But my guy was amazing. You should see his backstory.
Yeah, so you kind of come up to this guy and you just call him right the fuck out, and he is flustered. And at this point, like, other people are kind of watching this, and he notices that other people are watching him be flustered, and he just kind of turns red, and he's like, "Whatever, I'm too good for this joint, anyways. I'm out of here."
Fucking casual.
As I see him leave, I say to myself, I deserve a beer for that, but I have no money, so I will go back and sit down.
Oh,
I'd also like to point out that since you rolled a 10 on that, you would have rolled another 10 and added it to the roll because you had a crit.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, if you get a 10 on your roll, it counts as a critical success, and you roll another d10, and you add that to the result. It does not explode, though. You don't keep getting to reroll 10s if you get 10s.
All right. Good to know.
And if you roll a 1, you have to roll a d10 and deduct from whatever you rolled, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that is correct.
So it's fun, like, hey, I have -5. What did the other guy roll? Anything else?
All right. Anybody else want to do a little bit of RP in this karaoke bar?
I'm going to hang to the back and not talk with anyone just yet, but I'm going to look around and see what I notice.
All right. Yeah, you kind of like take another look around. There's now 11 other people besides the 5 of you. You notice that there are a couple of private rooms in the back for doing karaoke, just like in a small group. In addition, one of them seems to be empty and reserved. So you're pretty sure that's probably where they're going to take you back if you get the job.
All right.
I mean, as a professional courtesy, I would attempt to flag down my only friend and point out, like, I'm pretty sure that the salaryman in the corner that's in the suit, who just has the empty sushi plate, might be who we're going to be working for, or at least a representative. And 1 casual down, so that just leaves 11 of us.
All right. So going back up to the top, or were you going to do anything, Noah? I think I saw you light up there.
I think I want to scan the room in terms of who are the people that are here, and does everyone look like they're here for hired muscle, or are there any other folks that look like they might bring other skill sets based on what I see? Anybody holding a deck, anybody holding, other toolkits, anybody holding a medical bag, stuff like that. I want to see who else is here.
All right. Yeah, you kind of look around at some of the other competition that you have. You notice that, yeah, probably a couple of them are just like bruisers, solos, as it were. But you do see one guy, well, you see a couple of people carrying around some medical supplies, one of them being Bedrell, and the other one being one of the other people. Aside from that, there's also, that you can tell, you see someone else carrying a cyber deck, and you do see another person with a camera. So they're presumably some kind of media.
Okay. That's all I need.
Yep. All right, going back up to Vulture, you're approaching the suit.
Oh, just stop next to the table, look at him and go, are these seats taken, friend?
He kind of looks you up and down and just gives you a go-ahead gesture.
Well, thank you kindly. And he sits down and leans back against the backrest and goes, you look awfully a lot like a man I heard that was supposed to be here tonight. Hiring for a job? Have I been told a lie, or is this true?
He's gonna kind of do another assessment of you now that you've told him this, and kind of looks you up and down. And yeah, that's right. I suppose you're one of the people here looking to get hired. Is that right?
Vulture carefully looks backwards to kind of get a feel for the room, and he goes, well, yeah, not as obvious as the rest of them, if I do say so myself.
And what kind of skills would you bring to this operation?
Well, first and foremost, I would bring a truck, transportation. Secondly, I would bring skill with, well, some tech, some shooting, lots of shooting, and, well, able-bodied arms and smuggling routes if such a thing would be needed.
I think that would be... I can see some use for some of those things. I must say, you're the first person to approach me today. I'm quite surprised. I would have figured that your ilk would be more outgoing.
Well, it's all peacock showing and scaring off others. It's like that gentleman who just walked out in the fancy armor. It's all a show, if you ask me.
Too true. That is a man after my own heart with that. Oh, yes. In fact, I think I've made my decision on who I'm going to hire for tonight. But, perhaps you should take some time to relax. I'll make my decisions at the top of the hour. Until then, feel free to sit there. Can I get you anything to drink?
No, don't drink. No drinking while on the job.
He kind of nods. Let's see. So he kind of looks around for a little bit. Anybody else want to do anything else for about the next hour or so? You guys are just hanging out in this karaoke bar.
I'd wager that Banshee spent some time trying to watch the scenario, see who approaches the person that's been pointed out, and trying to make a decision about whether or not she wants to put him to the test. And probably rock up with some sake just to, oh, hi! I noticed you were talking to someone else earlier. I heard a rumor that you were looking for some folks for a job. It should be noted, I do not look like a solo. I look like a Japanese pop star at this moment.
Yeah, you approach him and tell him that, and he looks you up and down. I believe I've heard of you. Are you Banshee?
Might be. What's the job?
Oh, you'll hear about it soon enough, but you come highly recommended.
Oh, now you're just flattering me. Do you want to do a couple songs, or are you just looking serious?
I am observing.
Well, stage is good for that, but so's the corner. Anyone you like? I mean, in terms of like the people available here looking like they just bought everything yesterday.
I've noticed some people who've made impressions on me so far.
Interesting. Well, I look forward to talking to you more about the job. I'm sure it will be mutually beneficial for both of us. I'm just gonna go now.
Thank you for the sake, he says.
Thanks. You're welcome. Bye. I've run out of the ability to speak socially, and I need to go back and drink again.
Yeah. Unless anybody else wants to do anything, about an hour-ish goes by when the five of you will get... Your agent will get like a message, basically from the bar itself, asking you to go to the back room, the reserved back room.
I'll do that.
Vulture heads into the back room.
You find yourselves alone there for a little bit. But it only takes about a minute or two before the man in the suit comes in and sits down, closes the door behind him. Hello, this is, I've picked the five of you out of everyone here, just based on what I've observed so far. So tell me, you all are looking for a job, correct?
Yes.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Tell me, how do you feel about assassinations? I guarantee this person deserves it, but I need to make sure ahead of time that you're okay with taking someone's life just based on my word alone.
If the pay is good.
That's not how I normally do things. I usually get research up front so I can make a good decision, but that also involves a sliding scale fee, and I'm assuming you're paying static.
Yeah, I am. I'll tell you up front, the job is for 2,000 euro bucks each.
Who's the target?
I nod, but don't say anything beyond that.
Vulture says, I have no problem with that.
I suppose I'll have to take your word for it.
Deal.
Well, you don't have to take entirely my word. Here's the situation. He's going to insert a little memory chip into the screen that is in the that's in the room, and it's going to populate with 5 pictures of different people. Your target is any one of these 5 people, really. You see, these people led an assault or a raid against a rooftop garden, and I represent that rooftop garden, at least in this matter. They raided the Mantis rooftop gardens. Surveillance video was deleted by a netrunner, but we were able to recover this video fragment, and the pictures are kind of overtaken by a short video clip showing 5 people running into a stairwell. The 5th person stops to turn around and fire down the hallway that he came down before following the rest of his team into the stairwell. He rewinds a little bit and he pauses on the one of the frames showing the guy's face as he's turned around. They did a pretty good job of covering their tracks. However, like I said, we were able to recover this video, and using facial recognition, we have determined this man to be one Gregory Cummings, aka Tuner. Using a list of his known associates, we have populated the rest of his crew, and we found them out to be Sonia Norton, Edward Watts, Joel Cuevas, and Angelique Marquez.
I jot those names down in my agent.
What I'm after here is that one of these people needs to be made an example of. The rooftop garden that I represent does not like it when people steal from them, and very much want to discourage this action in the future. And that's where you come in. I need you to track down one or more of these people and make an example of them.
We get more money if we bring down more targets.
Tell you what, 2,000 for the initial kill, and 500 for each additional person that you kill.
I think the obvious question here is, why why are we going to kill people who might have potentially just been hungry and raided your rooftop garden? Like, are they criminal syndicate? What's going on here? I mean, I get wanting to send a message, but Valjean.
The job is to kill them. My client wishes to have an example made.
Well, I've done more for less, so I guess we'll give it a shot.
All right. In that case, the last place that they were sighted was at the Oak Drive food court. At least that was the last time any one of these people was sighted. And that was 2 weeks after they raided this garden.
Do we have any data on what they might be carrying, what kind of firepower we're going up against?
Or building plans, layouts, things like that?
Well, if you want a building plan of the food court, I suppose you can look at the local data pool. As far as what kind of resistance you can expect, it would seem that Gregory Cummings is their primary solo. He seems to carry most of the firepower with an assault rifle. The rest seem to be packing when they raided the building, they were either packing pistols or shotguns. You know, standard weapons for this day and age.
Aside from using what I would assume would be a netrunner to take down the rest of the security system, did they seem to have any other tactical or coordination skills on your whatever video fragments you could recover?
Unfortunately, this was the only piece of evidence that we were able to recover. Everything else has been based off of eyewitness accounts, which it turns out eyewitness accounts are bad at telling us what type of tactics they use, as most people try to keep their head down.
Pity, but we'll make do, I'm sure.
You said they were last seen 2 weeks after the incident, but you didn't say when that was.
Yes, sorry. That was 2 days ago.
Why did it take so long to get a response out then?
Well, the rooftop garden wanted to make sure that they got this right the first time. It takes time to coordinate such efforts. I'm sure you know. Or perhaps you don't. Regardless, this is the earliest that they could get something done.
Okay.
I think I can work with this. I know at least one other person here, but I don't know the rest of you. Are we going to be able to get into this data pool? Because I can't.
Oh, well, the data pools are public.
No, I mean, I just, never really... I can do it. I'm just not very good at it, okay? It was not the source of my primary training. Let's just put it that way. So, anyone else adept at this sort of thing? Maybe we can pull some resources, put a plan together, or y'all just want to go in firing?
We should probably start at the food court, was it? And then work our way from there. See what we can find.
Going in guns blazing seems like a good way to get shot, and nothing is worth dying for. So I say we look for a plan first before we go in.
Oh, good. Then you all have common sense. This will be a good job.
Are we still talking in front of this guy? Like, is he still in the room?
Yep.
I would see no reason not to speak in front of this gentleman.
Oh, I just have like a couple things I want to say not in front of him. That's why I'm asking.
Ah.
I think Vulture is going to roll a human perception to just see how on the level this guy is, if he's holding anything back.
Okay.
16.
He seems to be on the level as far as you can tell.
Well, Vulture feels better about that. Well, shall we go about setting up a plan, start hunting these people down, making the world a better place?
I think that would be for the best.
Or at least less crowded.
I'd like to see what we can find out about them and figure out which one will be the easiest target.
It seems like if we wanted to go for more of them, we should start with, what was the name of him? Gerald? Began with a G.
Gregory Cummings.
He's the only solo amongst them.
I've never heard of him, but that doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, looking at his picture on the screen, looks like a white. He's a white man with very thick jowls and a buzz cut.
Standard Diamond doesn't solo.
I mean, table talk, I'm guessing this photo doesn't include anything that we might be able to recognize, like neck tattoos or something with a regiment marker on them or something.
Well, his does not. However, the other people's photos, he looks very bland. However, some of the others look less so. Sonia Norton, aka Outbreak, is a white woman, very thin in the face, very gaunt. Her hair is a very vibrant and bright red and pink, alternating in stripes. The man who's labeled Edward Watts is Asian with a large wrestler build. Joel has a lot of facial piercings, a lot, and a ponytail. And then Angelique is has an obvious cyber arm in the photo that's shown of her.
Damn, they look like every other edge runner. How will find them now?
So nobody in particular aside from Outbreak and Tuner have code names or handles, presumably.
Not that is seen up on the screen. At this point, the man who's giving the job, the man in the suit, will just stand up and, as you guys are planning, well, you seem to be taking to this rather well. I will leave you to it. Here's my number. After you have taken care of this problem, give it a call.
Thanks.
Got it.
Thank you for the opportunity.
I jot the number down.
I enter it into my burner.
Same.
I, too, use the burner.
After he leaves, I'm going to turn to everyone and say, or I'm going to turn specifically to Sonia or Banshee and say, earlier you expressed a hesitation toward killing someone you don't know.
Yeah, and?
I agree with that sentiment.
Well, I mean, they raided a rooftop garden, and everybody's hungry, and everybody wants real food. And unless this rooftop garden was growing like natural drugs or something crazy like that you could move for money. Oh my god, he didn't tell us what was in the garden. We should have asked. God damn it. But either way, I figure like if they were hungry, it seems kind of rude to kill people who are just trying to get like good food to people on the ground. Not all of us can live in a high rise.
Some of these people don't look like they would be too difficult to put down in a pinch. So if we wanted to, we could find one of the weaker members first, and ask them questions before just offing anyone.
I think that works. I think we avoid anyone who handles Outbreak, because that definitely suggests that's never a good connotation. Tuner, that sounds easy. Outbreak sounds like they've got anthrax in the basement.
Outbreak, should avoid Outbreak, avoid the solo, and avoid the large Asian gentleman.
So the one with the fishhook face, we take him out, right?
Yeah, Joel, is that the tuner?
Yeah, he's got like all the piercings and stuff.
Yes, either him or Angelique.
I don't know, she's got a cyber arm. That could get weird.
Well, hopefully she doesn't pack a grenade launcher in it.
Or high choke force.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm not accustomed to working with a team. It's not out of the question. I just don't know any of you except Ed. But should we talk about what it is we do or just go for it?
Well, my name's Vulture. I'm a nomad by trade. I roll with the Logan's Logistics pack, and I got a nice little truck that we can use to get around, so we don't have to beat the pavement all night.
I appreciate that. I hoof it everywhere I go. My handle's Pero. I'll be your med tech for the day.
That's very good. I might need that. I probably definitely need that. Anybody else?
Well, you know me already, but for the rest of our new companions here, I'm Ed. I'm your tech, so you've got anything broken, as long as I'm not fixing my damn leg, what seems to be acting up today, I got that covered for you. I do think we should probably be careful what we talk about in this place, though. Maybe find more neutral ground before we go too deep.
Very dare you. Neko would never do that to me. Or probably you guys. But no, good point.
Most likely.
But good point anyway.
And it's good to see a fellow technician out in the field. I am Junkyard, and I specialize in making something out of nothing, specifically scrap metal. I'll be here for your amusement. Also, you don't get to be as old as I am if you don't have a good head on your shoulders.
I think we can make do with this for sure.
Also, I don't know about that. I've met a lot of old people who don't have a good head on their shoulders.
Well, none that run. I'm willing to bet that.
Question. Where is the karaoke bar located? What part of the city?
Down in the Haywood area.
Ah.
So how far away is the food court if we wanted to do some recon?
The food court is also in the Haywood area. However, it is a pretty decent distance away still from the karaoke bar.
Okay.
Well, distance is no problem. We have a truck.
Yeah, but in downtown Haywood, you'll get there just as fast walking and driving. Nah, I'm joking.
I'll have you know, this truck has a ramming plow.
Just glide right over traffic like an old monster truck.
Yes. Also, it's reinforced, so it can do it. There's no problem.
We should probably try and find out what we can about this roof garden on the way as well.
Mm-hmm. And any layouts for the building we can find. That way we can plan a good entry point, see where we can find folks.
Well, I guess we're taking the truck then and going sightseeing, kiddos.
And I'm fully equipped with complete and total ultraviolet, night, infrared, so don't worry. We're going to be able to see anything we need to.
Well, when we make our cursory runs, we might want to be a little more low-key.
So what I'm hearing is put my armor jack on?
I think go in as unarmored, initially, as unarmed and unarmed as possible. If you have anything concealable, that's probably worth bringing, but we do have the element of surprise. They don't know our faces, but we know theirs.
I like that line of thinking. Yeah, no. Okay, street clothes then.
Just out of curiosity, it's not exactly out of style to walk around with a handgun in this setting.
Not at all.
It's pretty much open carry for everybody unless you're in corporate security or executive zone, right? Something like that.
Yep.
So the future is Kentucky. Okay.
Though you will still get weird looks if you walk around as openly carrying like an assault rifle or a grenade launcher or something. At least in some parts. The combat zone, not so much. Kind of required there, actually. So, what is your group's next step?
Recon, I believe.
That's the plan.
Okay. So you're gonna go recon the food court area?
Yes.
Okay.
Is anyone equipped to download the building plans on the go? Cybertex or whatever?
Agent, I guess.
Yeah, your agent can pull it up pretty easily.
Okay, I'll try that. So I will be doing that in the car, I guess, trying to get plans just so I can see the layout of the building.
Okay. Yeah, your agent kind of retrieves the building plan for the food court. It's a public area, and much like a mall, it has one of those little layouts that show who's in what booth, so you can easily find whichever restaurant you want to eat at. The building itself looks to be 3 stories. There is a center atrium. There's a large seating area in the middle that has no roof, just goes all the way up to the top. And then each floor basically has a ring around it with food stalls. And up on the 3rd floor, you notice that there are what look to be private dining areas as well that you can rent out if you want to eat food in private.
I will send the plans so just ask my cohorts for their contact information and then send the plans to everyone's respective agent and or burner phones. That way everyone can have a look. And make an especial effort to point out the top floor private dining area.
So there is no like residential living space on this food court.
It does not look like it, no. It is strictly a food court.
Right. Well, maybe if we're lucky, Vulture murmurs, maybe one of the people we're looking for has this as his favorite place that he goes to every day. Otherwise, you might have to scout around some more.
Well, I would also posit that if you had just stolen a bunch of potentially fresh food or question mark, because we don't know what was in that garden, then maybe you'd want a little privacy. Just a thought.
Hey, Banshee, is there any place on those plants that looks like they might be able to hold themselves up or hide? Or is it all pretty open?
There's like a huge open atrium, like if you were going to like a mall way back forever, but it does look like there's private dining on the top floor and not much beyond that, except maybe, I guess there would have to be kitchen areas for most of the food booths, so that's semi-private.
Or that's something that they could reinforce themselves if we do get into an all-out shootout.
Oh, for sure. Walk-in freezer? Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass, except someone's got a grenade.
Yeah. Although I doubt we'd want to get into a full-blown shootout in the middle of a food court. Those can get pretty packed.
Like, this is like a real food court, right? Like, people are eating there. Like, it's not just an abandoned building people call the food court with like a leftover plan from like an 80s mall.
Oh yeah, no, it's recent. There's review when you like looked up the this place on the data pool to download the floor plan. There was like plenty of recent reviews of like different restaurants and food stalls.
1 star. I hated the orange Julius.
If I had a little extra money, I could go for some Chinese style kibble.
At the end of this job, you'll have enough money for real food. It'll be fine.
What? He's not paying us that much.
Oh, like a bite. It's better than nothing.
2,000's enough to get a pretty decent real food meal.
Just one, though. Just the one.
Or pay our rent.
Yeah.
Grad school.
Pay rent or real Chinese food?
So it's a grad school problem all over again. So the answer is Chinese, because your landlord might give you a break.
What is this rent you speak of? Do you not live out of your car? What?
I can't drive.
Wait, do you live out of your car?
I live out of my car, yes.
Where do you bathe?
Well, as it turns out, the amenities upgrade for cars comes with a shower.
Where do you get water?
Look, don't ask questions about the system, okay?
That's fair.
It's got a water recycler in it.
Yeah.
I have a jerry can with water in it. Maybe it's shoe too, who knows?
Wait, what does this car look like? This vehicle that we are all about to agree to get in and transport to the next location. What are we riding in?
The brand is Samsung. It's a 6x6 kind of off-road pickup thing. It has raised suspension. It has clearly been reinforced. It has big old bull bars at the front. Contrary to the picture, it does not have a gun on it, but it is very spacious, very utilitarian. It's not made for like comfort. It's like, yeah, you can sit here, but you don't want to sit here when we're driving across the states or something like that.
I was hoping for that gun. All right, so we are well equipped.
Yes.
I think once we get in the car, I'm going to pull up a bunch of scream sheets and see if I can find any reference to any of these names in any articles anywhere.
I'm going to try and pull up and see what I can find out about the roof garden that they hit, what might have been up there. Maybe get some clues for where they might be going next.
And I'll continue looking for ingress and egress points in this floor plan I've managed to find.
And I will relax, because I have one job and I do it okay, but I don't do anything else that well.
Nobody's bleeding yet.
All right. Let's see. For whoever is looking for the names of these people, give me a... Let's go with either a library search check or a streetwise check.
Okay.
And tell me which one you use as well.
I did library search and I got a 10.
All right. So you do the search. You don't really get much in terms of results.
Based on the people that are there, I'm probably going to look up this Joel Tuner person first because I'm betting they're probably a rocker.
You look his you end up finding his social media account. I forgot what they call that in this universe, but the Facebook equivalent.
Okay.
Bookface, maybe?
Gritty future Facebook.
But yeah, you find his you find his social media account. He posts a lot of picture of guns. Not necessarily ones that he owns, just the ones that he probably thinks looks cool. And in addition to that, he also, if you look in his like picture section, you see pictures of him in gang colors.
Okay. Which gang? Can I tell?
It looks like he's a member of the Piranhas gang.
Okay. Also in the pictures, is there anything in any like took a selfie and in the background is something that might have any kind of location that would be recognizable?
Well, it doesn't look like he's posted in the past 2 weeks or so. But before that, he has posted pictures of himself where it looks like he is in the Haywood area. It's hard to pinpoint exact locations. Most of them are just out on the streets as well. So
Any like restaurants in the background or something?
You know, like a good old fashioned food pic for your social media.
unfortunately, probably with just the 10, I'm going to say that there's probably not much in the terms of like usable locations.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Let's go with Ed Jones, I believe, was trying to find out more about this rooftop garden.
Yes.
All right. Similarly, you can do a library search, local expert, or it'll be a library search or local expert test.
Okay. Let me see. I think my best bet is going to be local expert.
All right.
Oh, also, I didn't realize this, but I live in Haywood. Is it possible for me to do a local expert check to see if I would have known these guys or seen them?
Sure. Make me a local expert check with +1, I guess, since you live in Haywood.
I got a 6, so I don't know shit. I don't know any of these guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, these guys have just been too small time for you to really have heard about them before now. This seems to be their biggest claim to notoriety so far. Kino, with your 16, you do manage to find information out about the rooftop garden. Is there anything specifically that you're looking for?
Really curious to see what they grow up there and why someone might want to raid it.
Well, it seems that for the most part, they typically grow like a lot of corn for the most part.
Okay.
But you're pretty sure, looking at some of the information that you've found, that they probably grow grass as well. Weed.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. So, a couple of different options for what they might have gotten. One, not so innocent. One, probably fair.
I mean, who wouldn't want to steal corn? I mean, really?
If I had the opportunity.
We've all heard. You all heard of the corn syrup riots or drought or whatever? I don't know. I'm making a terrible reference.
My grandpa used to tell me about something called Coca-Cola that was made with real corn. I couldn't believe him.
Also, real Coke.
Sounds fairy tale to me.
Oh, it was real.
And in terms of what you can do with corn, well, you're pretty sure that these guys make alcohol from it.
Ooh, yeah.
Moonshine, howdy!
You're in my territory now.
The pinnacle of human existence. Turn anything into booze.
Exactly. So yeah, this may be a rooftop garden, but its uses are pretty much are a lot more in the vice realm than just like getting food.
No tomatoes
Gotcha.
and bell peppers, little celery.
Make moonshine with celery.
No, that's a bad mash. So,
They could be growing potatoes and making vodka.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jinx.
Question. Vulture, he's going to send to some people in his pack all the names and that picture that we got, simply with the question of, is this somebody within our extended family? Is any one of these a nomad that's in our extended family because he doesn't want to kill one of them for this job?
They reply with, I don't know who any of those people are.
Well, Vulture replies, excellent. No worries.
And I'll bring up to the group the potential gang affiliation, so we can be on the lookout for that and look out for anyone that we see in those colors.
I would ask if you also got a chance to look at the other members of this little operation. See, were they also repping any gang colors, so to speak?
I wasn't able to find any of the others. That was the only one I found.
No. So, and interesting social media profile. A lot of guns. Great. I mean, not that that's bad, but bad taste. Interesting. So while we case the food court, we should be on the lookout for any of these particular color combinations, yeah?
Most certainly.
That would seem prudent to me.
How are we moving through traffic just to get to our destination?
I mean, it's kind of slow, but you get there a lot faster than you would if you were walking.
Nice.
So yeah, you pull up to the food court. It's, like I said before, a 3-story building. Not particularly tall as far as buildings go.
Well, I will just make sure that my Hello Cutie shot, like the medium pistol, is loaded, just so I've accessorized my look fully for this lovely food court moment, and ready when y'all are.
All right. Do we want to split up for the scans, so just so we can try and suss them out faster and like segment this place, or do we want to go in all together in every location?
Should probably let up, just, not drawing attention to ourselves. We're kind of a motley crew.
Yeah, I was about to say, we don't exactly go together. How do I reach you guys if I see anything?
You have my burner information.
Okay.
Yeah, you sent us the info or the
Oh yeah, y'all.
layout.
I have agented or burner phone to your choice. So I guess I have all your numbers. Never mind. Group chat start.
Y'all don't have a radio communication device?
Let me check. Maybe I do not have a radio communication device. I did not have enough money for it.
Oh, God's sake, people.
I spent a lot of money getting some new eyes installed, so
I am a doctor by trade. Cut me some slack.
You're a doctor. You should be making dough, hand over fist.
you've got loans to pay off.
I can play music about it.
I never went to school, which is why I don't make money for being a doctor.
I mean, fair.
Handwriting bad, though?
Who wants first floor?
Well, sure.
I'll take first floor with you. All right, who wants second floor?
I'll take that. I don't know that my leg is going to get me all the way up to third.
All right, and so Junkyard and Banshee, are you comfortable on the third floor?
Yep. Anything I can use to find a high ground, I'm always happy.
Sounds good to me.
All right, break.
All right. So you make your way towards the inside to the building. So as you walk inside, posted on either side of the entrances, you notice that there are security guards, and that the security guards seem to belong to the Tiger Claws gang, as in the Tiger Claws provide security for this food court.
All right.
Is that something we all collectively notice?
They make it pretty obvious.
Okay, so no need for a group text.
Yeah, it's on either side of the doors is a couple of people with shotguns.
And we would have no reason to assume that one gang would have any particular love for any other gang, correct?
Not necessarily, but you would probably presume that any gang would probably have a vested interest in keeping the peace on their own turf.
Okay.
All right, so me and Vulture make our way into I suppose this is sort of like a foyer of a food court.
Yeah, kind of like an open air atrium. As far as the food court itself, like I said, it's about 3 stories tall. The second and third floor are basically like walkways along the outside of kind of like a ring. As far as the food court itself, it's kind of dimly lit, and a lot of like cooking smoke kind of fills the air, and it gives the whole place just like a very dim, hazy atmosphere. But you know, some people kind of like that atmosphere.
Also, just a real quick check. I got the like really expensive optical implant where I can like see through haze and darkness and shit. Would that help me out here?
I mean, it's not so dark or hazy that like it's actively interfering with you. It's generally dim and hazy in here.
Okay. And do we have elevators?
Yeah, so on the north end of the food court, there are some stairs and some escalators. The escalators seem to be barely functioning, but they function. And on the south end, there's a bank of about 4 elevators. And they're those kinds of elevators where you can actually see the car and they're on the outside and they're glass. Although you can't see into them because there's so much graffiti at this point.
Well, that removes that option. I'll just like nod, like jerk my head over toward the stairs and like kind of try to give the signal to Junkyard.
I will head for the escalators then, so that I can keep an eye on things while I am moving upwards.
Yeah, these escalators are very jerky, but at least they work.
I also make a mental note of how I could fix them later.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that you could probably do something to make them run better if you wanted to. So I guess who's on the first floor, second floor, and third floor again?
Well, Pero and Vulture are on the first floor. Ed Jones, I believe, is taking the second floor by himself, and Junkyard and Banshee are on the third floor.
All right. So we'll start with ground one. Or floor one? What are Vulture and Federal doing?
First, I am. Well, I don't know about Vulture, but Beto is just going to start off by making a general sweep and just seeing if he can see these people. He knows what they look like, and he's attempting to see. It's like, are they just hanging out on the first floor? Maybe he'll get lucky and see them.
All right. Make me a perception check. All right. So with a 17, you look around. You don't see these people, your targets at all. For the most part, on the first floor, it looks like there's a lot of just everyday like commuters. I guess I don't know what the term would be, but just people who come in on their lunch break. None of them seem particularly none of them look particularly rough or dangerous.
Is there anyone there that looks like a more of a, what's the term? Like a dedicated person, someone that would be there a lot? I guess like the guards, wouldn't they?
Yeah, so there are the guards that are on the at the doors. In addition to them, you notice with your perception check that there seems to be a security sentry bot kind of wandering around.
Can you talk to those things, or will they just ignore you?
You can certainly try.
All right, I'll walk up to the sentry bot and I will prompt it.
Hello, sir or madam. How can I help you?
Inquiry. I'm looking for certain individuals. Have they been here within the last couple days? And I will show images of the pictures of the 5 people that we're looking for.
It will kind of like look at it'll point its sensors towards the pictures that you show it. Answer withheld.
Fuck. I don't know anything about computers.
Who else is down there with you? Vulture, right?
The Vulture, yes. Well, Vulture is kind of amusingly eyeing Pero as he goes and like squats down in front of the sentry bot, like, hey, Tin Can, have you noticed these people? Vulture is going to find one of the food stalls at random, and just like go up and order some food and just make some pleasant conversation, and kind of kindly pitch the idea. It's like, hey, you work here a lot. I'm looking for a person who I think frequents this place. Can you maybe share some info with me? Showing the picture, of course.
Of course. Give me 1 second. I will come back to you. Federal, do you have any tech skills? Do you have like basic tech or?
I have the only tech skill I have is cyber tech, and that's just because that's something I deal with in my day-to-day thing is repairing cyber tech. But I don't think what would that fall under? Oh, basic tech? No, I have no basic tech. Just what? Yeah, no basic tech. I don't have levels in it.
Yeah, I'd say it'd probably fall under like electronics or security tech. If you want, you can just make me a tech roll and see how that gets you.
Oh, I posted it. So I got a 6. Another 6.
Yes, the cryptic answer that this robot has given Federal is has him stymied.
And
If you can think of anything else that might change the situation, I'll let you do a reroll, but I'm going to hop over to Vulture real quick. So you said, who were you asking again?
One of the food stall vendors. Just, hey, you work here a lot. I'm looking for a person who I think frequents this place. Maybe you've seen him, that kind of stuff.
A lot of people come in here. A lot of people might have seen your guy, might not have. What's it to you? Who is he? What do you want with him?
Well, it seems that he's been causing trouble in the neighborhood. So we want to take him in just to see what's what. If there's something that can have a amicable solution to all involved parties.
You some kind of lawman? Because pretty sure this ain't your turf.
I'm pretty sure I'm not a lawman, if you catch my drift. No, I am a private hire, as they call it.
Well, could be I might have seen him. What can you do for me?
Well, and he's going to put down a couple of EDs for the food that he's ordered. Probably like cup kibbles or something. And he's going to just slide over and show a little bit more, a few more EDs. So I guess I'm going to roll bribery. 16.
He kind of nods his head. All right. Well, tell you what. I seen that one, and he's going to point at Joel's picture with piercings all over his face. I see him like every day.
Really?
Yeah, he hasn't ordered from me yet, but I've seen him walking around every so often.
All right. Well, thank you kindly for the information, sir. Much appreciated. Keep the change, and he takes his cup of hot kibbles and walks off. Then he's going to send a group chat message that pretty much goes, Joel is frequenting this food court every day, so keep an eye out.
All right. Up on the second floor, what is Ed Jones doing?
I'm looking around both to see if I can see any of our targets and to see if there's a place where they might be lurking around hiding.
Okay. I suppose that would also be another perception check.
21 total.
All right. So yeah, you're kind of looking around. You don't see any of your targets, but you notice that up on the third floor, you see a number to call to reserve some of those like private dining areas, and you notice that several of them are occupied. We'll go with that.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to shoot a text up to Banshee, and specifically and only Banshee, not through the group text.
Message received.
What were you messaging her exactly?
I was going to tell her that it looks like a lot of the private booths are taken, and so that they should, or she should look through them, because they might be up there still.
Roger. That's the text I'm going to send back.
Actually, also, I will say that with your 21, you also seem to notice, like, as you kind of finish looking up there, and you look around some more, you notice that a group of about 5 or so individuals wearing gang colors have walked into the ground floor.
Are they the same gang colors as the Piranhas, or is this a different gang?
This is a different gang. You will notice that as they walk in, one of the Tiger Claws, like security guards, will walk up to them and say talk to them a little bit, and then walk back and let them in without any further issue.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye and keep trying to watch them then from up here.
All right. Up on the third floor, Junkyard and Banshee, what are y'all doing?
I'm going to kind of like give Vulture a wink and a like finger to the lips, like we probably should pretend not to know each other because it doesn't exactly look like we would normally hang out. But I am specifically looking for if any of these booths have a veteran-looking female manning the counter. someone who looks like she's worked there for a while, probably knows the lay of the land, regular customers, sees people go by, like specifically.
Okay. So are you looking for like a person who's working at a restaurant or?
Yep. Someone who's working at the restaurant. They've probably seen like most people come by on this floor with the private dining rooms. Probably notice a lot more than most people would think.
Okay, yeah. There is a kind of like a service desk up on the 3rd floor.
Okay. And hopefully we have a female employee manning it, but if not, we'll try this anyway. I'm going to pull up the fishhook guy, Mr. Piercings. Joel, I'm going to pull up his social media on my phone, and I'm going to make a play to try to persuade this woman working the desk that, like, I totally ran into this guy at a club and he hangs out.
Persuasion check.
Okay, well, that's not one of my better skills, but let's see what I can get.
All right. So you kind of show her this picture and you give her your spiel about trying to find this guy because you wanted to flirt with him. And she seemed like as soon as she sees the picture of him, she seems very tight-lipped all of a sudden.
Uh-oh. Wait. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, he's not, like, going out with you or anything. Oh my God, I would never get in the middle of something. Oh my God. Do I need to be, like, careful?
No, nothing like that. I've never seen that man before in my life.
That's so weird. Like, the friends I ran into at the club said he came here all the time, but, like, well, one of them was a girl, so maybe they were sending in a wild goose chase. Like, he's supposedly hangs out with some piranhas, and I suppose you haven't seen him here either, have you?
Nope, never seen him before in my life.
Okay, well, thanks for trying to help out a girl in love. Have a good day.
Do you have human perception?
I actually do. This one's not quite as bad. Let's try that one again. I'm gonna guess maybe she's not on the level, but let's double check for sure.
Oh yeah, she's definitely lying to you right now. And in addition to that, you're pretty sure that not only has she seen him, but that she has a very there is a reason why she is lying to you. You don't know what it is, but you know that there is something that's keeping her from talking to you about this.
All right, I'm gonna send out just walk away looking like I'm texting and looking really sad, but I'm sending a group text gallant, information booth on the 3rd floor definitely knows something's up, and they definitely don't want to tell me for some unknown reason. So be on the lookout.
What are you doing, Junkyard?
I am basically walking the perimeter, kind of leaning over the edge maybe, and scouting the area. I have good optics in my eye, so I can see if I can spot anything, whether it's people sitting at tables, things that might be through the back door of one of the cooking kiosks. Just generally scouting.
All right. Let's generally scout. I guess give me a perception check as well.
That is a 12. Apparently I can't roll above a 2.
Yeah, so you're looking around. You notice up here there is another one of those security bots up here as well.
Maybe I will go chat with the security.
Yeah, but you don't notice your targets at all.
Maybe I will go chat with the security bot.
Okay. So you walk up to it, and it kind of gives you the, hello, sir or ma'am. How can I help you?
I'll bring up the picture of, which one is it, Joel, that we know frequents the area?
Yep.
I am looking for this man. Please advise the last time you have seen this person.
Yeah, so you hold it up to its cameras, and it gives it a look. And similar to the one downstairs, it says, answer withheld.
Withhold under which protocols?
Safe house directive.
Security override safety issue.
Give me a electronic security tech test.
Gladly. That's a 21.
Safe house protocol overridden.
Identify last time subject was seen in this vicinity.
2 hours, 36 minutes ago.
And direction subject exited said facility.
subject still in facility.
Take a quick glance around. Is subject in anonymous dining area?
Correct.
Thank you. I send a group text.
I will text back. Do you want us to go upstairs or stay put?
Let's talk about the anonymous dining areas first. What do they look like? What is the schematic? What's the layout?
Smoked mirrors, or like a smoked glass on the window, or like too much graffiti, or like do we have a decent view?
So pretty much they are kind of like the private boxes at like a arena or a stadium. On this inside area, that's basically just a door with, and it just says like private dining area number 1, and it goes number 1 through number 50.
Visible locks?
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's several. They kind of just like the entire upper floor is basically just like suites of like these private dining areas.
Are there visible locks on the door, like haptic or like biometric or anything like that?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just locked with a physical lock.
Not so bad.
Let me go back to the bot and find out which one he's in, if the bot will tell me.
I'm gonna text Ed and say you were right.
Yeah, so when prompted, the bot will say subject in private dining area 25.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Okay. How do we want to approach it?
We should get everybody up here and find a quiet corner and or potentially unbugged private dining room, make a plan, see what we can do. Now that we know what
Perhaps. Are number 24 or 26 unoccupied?
They currently read as unoccupied, yes.
Shall we occupy one of those?
I think we should. Then we can go right through the wall if we need to.
Okay.
The rent.
How much does it cost to get one of these? Probably more than I have.
Well, if you either talk to the lady or if you call a number, we will find out that each room costs roughly about 100 eddies per hour.
And how much does it cost if you have a lockpick?
Well, then it costs absolutely nothing to get into that room.
Worth a try.
I mean,
There's just a lady watching the entrance.
No, just make a nice little human wall. It'll be fine. Everyone's chatting about something. Eat your kibble, stand close, and I'm small, blend.
I will walk up to the lady after she gives this plan, and I will just start talking to her about Communist Manifesto. I will greet her and say, "Hello, sister. I saw you over here looking quite dejected, and I wanted to talk to you about the state of our government." And then I'll just go into it, a spiel about how the system is set up to disenfranchise the poor, and the division of wealth is like naturally inequitable to the point of making it impossible for anybody worker to be anything more than a slave. It's like stuff like that.
It's
Nice.
a good fight, man.
All right, Shona. All right, Banshee. Make me a lock-picking check.
Here we go while I type this out.
Also, I will point out, I'm going to be nice this time. You guys specifically said that you walked in here not loaded for bear. So were you going to go back to the vehicle at any point to get more equipment? Or were you going to continue in this with what you have on you?
I'm fine with what I have on me.
Well, I brought my armor jack in my bag and all of my other fun stuff in my giant unicorn duffel that just looks like I'm carrying some cute clothes, hopefully. So I'm ready to roll. And also I rolled an 18.
Nice. All right, yeah, you're easily able to get into the door with that roll.
Analog skills aren't always useless.
Yeah, so you open up this door. The private dining areas, as they are, basically consist of a few bar tables in the center, a bar that does not have any liquor at it. You apparently have to order that separately. And the window itself there is a window that looks out, and it has settings that you can change it to be dimmer, or like you can set it to be dim the light from outside, or you can just set it to be a mirror.
I think we ought to black those windows out or mirror them out so no one can see in. Thoughts?
I agree.
Who all is piling into the room?
Well, I'm
All of
in.
us, I assume.
But is Pero still talking about the perils of capitalism?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like, would she just let me walk away and then walk into a room? Like when I clearly have not paid her anything?
Make me a conversation check. Yeah, so you basically are able to talk with her, and then at some point, whenever you leave, like tell her that you have to go, she turns around and continues talking to her coworker about what you're telling her, and pays you no mind.
Nice. So yeah, I joined the rest of them in the booth.
Right, once the door's locked, I'm just changing into the armor jack. We're done with the facade. Time to pull the hood up. Let's do this.
I think we should just hold on for just a second because we actually still don't know where he is. We know he's here, but there's a lot of booths here, and not all of them are opaque enough for us to see through.
He's literally on the other side of this wall, right?
Yeah,
Both-
Junkyard found out that he was in room 25,
Oh,
and
okay.
Banshee picked the locked either 24 or 26.
All right, so yeah, he's right. He's just one room over. I guess.
Does anybody have any listening gear?
I
No.
do not. Sorry.
No, sorry.
Can we try the old glass against the wall trick since we're going analog?
What glass?
I assume there's still drinking vessels in the future.
Plastic cups, maybe?
Okay, like that could work. Maybe.
I don't know. Vulture is, however, going to tap the wall in between the suites. Just like see, is it concrete? Is it drywall? Is it rubber? I don't know.
Well, you notice that the wall seems to be covered in a material that absorbs sound, kind of like just one of those,
Egg crate, that sort of thing.
yeah, like that sort of material. Private dining area. You don't want to listen. You don't typically want to hear what other people are saying on the other side of the wall if you're trying to have privacy.
Good thing I have a small combat knife, so I'm just going to cut the hole.
Cut a hole in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So you cut a hole. The wall beyond it seems to be some kind of drywall.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Future drywall. I'm not sure what that would be.
I don't know. Very drywall? I don't know.
Crispy wall.
Crispy wall. Yes.
If you need to, you can break down the wall pretty easily. And I guess who's going to try and listen in on the other side?
Who has the sharpest ears? If my ears are 13 sharp.
That is sharper than mine.
I put all my money into my eyes, so if you need me to look through the hole, sure.
I think that's going to be a little obvious, maybe.
All right, I will
Well-
attempt to listen with my very good ears. Is that a perception check?
Yes, it is. All right. With a 21, you kind of listen in on the other side. You hear what you think is someone snoring.
Shit. I say back, I think he's asleep.
Ooh, excellent.
You think somebody is asleep.
Yes, but I can only hear one thing, and that's the sound of gentle snoring.
Shame we can't see through walls.
Well, you say that, but if we can get the hole all the way through the other side, I have pretty decent telescopic.
Same.
Well, there's just a small problem with the whole soundproofing on the other side as well.
What's foam? Or whatever this is.
We could be a
the
little.
bonus of
Go
the
on.
bonus of soundproofing is it will cover the sound of us potentially putting a hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we cut through it the first time.
Tell you what, Vulture is going to use his combat knife as like a drill and just turn it back and forth, just screw it until, not roughly, but until he gets through.
Okay. Let me.
We can do this the easier way. And I open up my fourth finger, which has a drill in it.
Oh, fancy.
Ooh, someone's got tool hands. More than one.
I just go in real slow.
Please do.
Like a gentleman.
All right. So you drill through the wall, and you eventually break through to the other side, and you can tell because a little bit of red light comes through the hole.
I know what that means. I think.
It's the red room.
Let me go ahead and have a look. And I've got the whole cyber eye deal, all of the add-ons except for the aiming scope add-on. I'm stating for that. What would you like me to roll, if anything?
I'll just say that you're able to look through the hole.
All right. What do I see?
So, on the other side, you notice that there are a couple of people sitting at the bar at the far end from where you're of the wall that you're drilling into. In addition to that, there seems to be someone asleep on the floor.
You said the room's lighting with red, and that is not indicative of anything, say, for the assistance of hydroponics, for a certain item that one might want to grow. It's just ambiance.
Ambiance, and presumably because it's easier to sleep in red light than it is white light.
That just made you angry. But so the two at the bar, can I make out any any distinguishing features from where I am?
Well, one of them is certainly Joel with his face full of piercings, and the other one appears to be Angelique or What did I say her name was?
Angelique. You're Angelique Martingale.
Yeah, Marquez. Angelique Marquez with the cyber arm.
And on the floor?
That looks to be Gregory, aka Tuner.
There's 3 in one room?
Okay, I'm gonna stuff like a little of that soundproofing material that we tore out of our end back in our little Shawshank and relay what I have seen to my party mates.
Yeah. I will say also in addition to that, you've noticed that the tables seem to be pushed against the wall, and on the floor there seem to be a bunch of sleeping bags. So it seems like they're living in this room.
But there was no sign of any of the stolen goods.
No, not yet.
Stolen goods don't matter as much.
Well, I will report what I have seen to my party mate.
Well, that makes it a whole lot easier, I gotta say.
Well, I mean, if we're going to do this, any chance of just putting one bullet right through the wall and being done with this?
I mean...
That is possible. We know where one of them is sleeping, so we could just put a hail of fire pointed toward him, and he'll probably die before the other 2 can react.
Or we could do this the precise
If you
way.
do that,
Sorry.
Go on.
No.
go on.
I was going to say if we drill another hole and I can get my rifle through the other one, we might be able to get 3 clean shots, but that's a risk. And also we'd need someone to cover the exterior door. They're probably not going out the window up 3 stories, right?
No, I would surely break all of our legs.
Well, there's 2, right? So they only have like 2 egress points. They can go through a wall or they can go through the door. So we got them pretty much boxed in.
The issue is we are in not friendly territory. Well, not unfriendly, but this isn't our area, and if there are gangers here. If they find out that we were causing trouble and they didn't know about it, they would be quite upset.
Oh, but we have to pull it off quietly inside the room. That's what, silencers are for, right?
That's what knives are for. I don't have a silencer or a knife.
You can borrow mine. But yeah, no. Okay, knives. We can do knives. I got poison, and they're like relaxed. You probably get them in the meat.
Do we want to give the opportunity to speak to them, for them to say their piece?
We're not hired to talk to them.
Yeah,
That's
the
true.
poison doesn't start immediately. Like, you don't really die that fast. It's not biotoxin.
Well, my vote is on this. We drill a second hole and widen the one we got so that Banshee can get her assault rifle through it and have a clear line of sight. And then, start gunning them down. And then maybe we try to evac it somehow. Maybe we can flip the fire alarm, trigger the sprinklers or something to cause pandemonium and escape with that.
Oh, that could work. But did they say what proof of death we needed to provide? Like, I don't remember any of us asking.
I'm fairly certain once it hits the police scanners that these 3 died. That's all the proof that we're going to need.
Well, it's a loose requirement, but okay, fine. So you don't want to poison them, you just want to shoot them. Like, no questioning? Or what's the consensus?
I mean, there's something to be said for just leaving some poison booze at the door, knocking and walking away.
I mean, that's a completely viable option. I do have poison with me. I mean, if you can put it in stuff, I usually just put it on knives.
Is it consumable poison? Do they make the distinction between consumable and application poisons in this game?
Not as far as I could tell. It just said, like, if you apply this to a weapon or, melee weapon, it works for yada, 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 or you can put it on your fangs if you can afford them. But, I don't know if there's, like, a DM ruling.
DM, consumable versus application poisons, is there a difference?
In the real world, yes. In this game, I will say that you can buy. I will say that you can choose whether or not it's consumable or whether it's like
Application.
yeah.
Like, came equipped with a vial of poison. So if we want to give that a shot, what do we put it in?
Food or booze, and they'd probably take it. Or, yes, that's basically our best bet. Food or booze, something for free, and hopefully they'll take it.
Okay, well, I mean, pick it out and we'll dose it. And then who do you want to deliver this?
Who's the coolest?
Oh, like, are we going for like an old school Mithridates, leave behind the poison honey and just hope they pick it up, or are we having someone cool deliver it, like you said?
If we give them free food, if it's decent food, they'll probably take it no matter what. If they're living out of a rented private room, they're probably not doing so well.
Well, I mean, they also do have like a bunch of like weed and corn liquor money, but like maybe they spent it all already because I'm guessing they're probably not great at money management.
I'm guessing they're laying low. They just robbed this place, and they need to be not seen in this time. There's a turnover period between when you steal something and when you can actually make money off of it.
Are we
Usually,
having someone deliver it, or
I will point out that when Junkyard acquired this information, it was originally being withheld under the Safe House protocol.
oh yeah. So I think we definitely need to talk to the gangers because they probably know that these guys are here and are being paid to hold them.
ooh, that's a complication. Good to know. Damn.
I'll give you that one for free.
Thank you.
So perhaps we need to get the tiger claws aware. Perhaps not.
That's not going to be cheap.
It's not going to be cheap. However, they would also want to prevent further disaster if there's a corp that knows they're here. If we're not successful, then they send in a freaking strike team, and that's way worse for their environment.
How much are we willing to pay from our cut in order to make sure we can do this without issue? Because there's potentially 3,000 euro bucks sitting in the room adjacent to us.
They don't, and that was for each of us?
Yes, 3,000 euro bucks each. It's 2,000 for one and 500 for every additional. So there's 3,000 total that we stand to gain.
If they're willing to put up a total of $15,000 off these guys, obviously they have been pissed off.
Oh yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I think our best bet in terms of getting the ganger to work along with us is a bribe. So how much are we willing to kick in each in order to, try and grease the wheels? If you think you can make this deal without greasing the wheels, then I applaud you for your acumen with dealing with gangers. But that's not something pretty sure I don't know how to do.
I don't usually talk to those people, so I'm going to leave this in the hands of more experienced individuals. But I'll kick in 250.
Is there a fire exit out onto the roof around here?
Well, it's going to be hard to find one from inside the room.
Right, but we didn't see one on the way into it, like outside on the third floor.
Would it be on the building layout plan?
Oh, that?
You look at the building layout plan, and you're looking for like a fire exit that leads to the roof.
Well, a fire exit that leads outside, at least.
Let's go with sure. There is a fire exit on each of the floors. It's halfway between the escalators and the elevators. I
mean, at that point, we could just pull the fire alarm, open fire, and walk the half out.
Yeah,
I think that's what our bet is. We can even do it with knives if we want to do it silently. They're still going to have to come out through that exit. They won't be ready for us.
Just short and sweet. I mean, I still think we should just shoot through the walls, quietly leave through the fire exit, and bing, bang, boom. But if we do need to talk to them, knives are a good option.
Why do we need to talk to anybody? God.
2 of them are missing, and that's like 1,000.
Well, we can just steal like their, burner phones or agents or whatever.
Okay, that might work too.
All right, I'm gonna put on my anti-smog breathing mask just so I have something covering my face,
Yeah, Vulture does that too. Just, cover.
Same.
and I say,
Right,
"All
Fulton.
right, if we're going as loud as humanly possible, someone count down. We're mostly just shooting through this wall, correct?
We should still have someone guarding the exit as well. I'll go take that.
I'm gonna get the Sacco out and try to start quietly making my own little sight hole through the wall.
Have a man with a drill in his finger.
Yeah.
Or that could work too.
You can just tell me where you want it, and everything I'm doing is behind the soundproofing, so
No,
it's
just
gonna be pretty
right
effective.
here at eye level would be amazing.
Right here. Okay. Give me a minute here. Slow and quiet. There you go.
Thank you. All right, locked, loaded, 4 shots. I'm ready to aim when you are.
Was there furniture piled up against the door on the inside, or?
It's piled up against like the wall. It mostly just seems to be shoved up against the wall so that they have room to put their sleeping stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna pull the fire alarm too?
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Go outside and see if there is a, emergency fire alarm button thing going on.
Everybody else, make your preparations and then let me know when I need to start firing.
Did you say you're using a sniper rifle?
Yep. Wait, oh my god, there are distance limits. I can change.
Yeah, sniper rifle will actually be harder to use than an assault rifle.
I've got an SMG.
That is much better.
And you can auto fire full auto and just mow them down, everybody.
If you have that skill.
Oh, that's true.
I put everything in ranged weapons usually, so that's where they all went.
Auto fire would freaking murder the people that are in there.
Well, and that's what we'll do.
That's the idea, isn't it? Shoot them and get paid.
I like precision, but suppressive fireworks too.
You can precision later.
Make me your attack roll then.
19.
I guess I'm pulling the fire alarm as well. Outside, I guess.
Wait,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're all shooting at the same time, right?
Nah, I think just her.
All right.
Yeah, I'm out there watching the door for when they try and run.
Yep.
I am with you outside the door as well.
If I can call shots, I'm gonna try to get head and torso, but
Called shot is a -8 to hit.
nope, we're gonna go with what we got.
And I don't think you can call shot with like suppressive fire.
Yeah, never mind then. I'm just spraying and
However,
praying.
you're going to be multiplying your damage. You're using the SMG, right?
Oh yes.
So I'm looking at it. It's going to be based on what you rolled 2d6 and then multiply the damage by 3.
Right, let's try this.
Before we get to her firing real quick, who all is outside again?
Pero is, and I'm with Ed Jones.
All right.
So which one of you is pulling the fire alarm?
I thought Vulture was.
Yeah, but that means that he's also outside.
Okay. Then I'm in the room with Banshee.
Okay, so me, Vulture, Pero outside. Pero watching door, Vulture going to activate the fire alarm. Then we have Junkyard, Banshee, and Kino inside.
Yeah. Whoever is outside, give me perception checks.
Percepciones.
Also, it's a heavy SMG, and I've got that as a 3d6. If that's right.
That sounds about right.
Damn, that's a bad roll.
Let's see. So that's Federal, Vulture, and Ed Jones are all out in the area?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to say that Ed Jones is going to notice that that group of gang members that he's noticed walk in earlier, the ones who weren't the Tiger Claws, are now just kind of like milling about on the 3rd floor. And Federal is going to notice that the Tiger Claws seem agitated, and that, yeah, they seem agitated and seem to be pointing up towards the, like that other gang that Edward Jones has noticed, and you notice as well.
All right. So I say, I don't know how much time we have in order to discuss anything.
Group text. Anything can be done on group text.
Yeah, I'm assuming the word like Banshee is waiting on the. I'm saying this is happening before Banshee opens fire.
All right.
I'll
I
wait
guess
for the all clear.
I send a group text saying, fairly certain new gangers, new gangers working with the ones that are holed up. Pretty sure tigers don't like them here, but they outmuscle them, which is why they put up with it.
I'll reply back with holding fire. Inform if crossfire begins in hall. Perfect time.
I look up to Ed Jones and Vulture. Is Vulture within speaking distance?
Probably, I guess.
I will ask, how do we want to deal with this ganger problem?
Well, if we could get them into fighting the tiger claws, that would be swell. But I wouldn't put my own hide on the line here.
Junkyard,
Pull the fire alarm, see what happens.
Junkyard,
Yeah.
can you get one of those little robots to go insult them? That seems like it would make them fight.
I don't think that's probably within their programming.
Damn.
That's a little bit more than me. What was that?
They can't deliver messages, or maybe something that would insult them.
Let me
Someone
think
could stand
about that.
behind one of the other groups and just yell like, "Your shoes are dumb." I don't know what makes these people mad.
Write a note, give it to a robot, say, take this to them from here, from this gang to that gang.
Oh my god, they passed the notes. That's so cute. I love it. Do it.
I got it. I'm gonna write a note that says, "Rules changed. You need to leave."
Intimidating. I didn't know you could just tell the robots to do stuff. It's never worked.
I don't
for
know
me.
if you can. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try and invoke that safety protocol again. See if it works.
Yeah, make me another security tech roll.
Sure. I think I got that right. Yeah. 25.
All right, and you're basically trying to get it to inform your targets to get out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to.
And either they'll agree or they'll go argue with the guards. Either way.
Yeah, so you managed to basically like navigate through the security guards' logic, basically, and it does give them the message to head out. And Banshee, looking inside, will see your targets get like a message, and then they will start discussing something, and then one of them is going to go over and kick Gregory to wake him up.
Wait, I thought we were sending this to the
What are
the
they
other
saying?
gangers.
Oh, which gangers? You were trying to
The ones that were outside that were potentially going to cause trouble. That could be a distraction for us.
Oh. Okay, so you're getting the security bot to try and kick them out, or
Yeah, to try and cause problems with them and the guards and the security, so that removes them from the equation.
It causes enough noise for a little cover shooting, because the minute I hear gunfire, I'm going to start firing, which I will text to everyone.
yeah. So you're gonna try and get it to open fire on them.
We'll see. Either they're gonna argue with it, or they're gonna argue with the guards, or they're just gonna leave. Any of those outcomes are good for us.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, you managed to get the robot to go and confront this other group of gangers, and one of them just pulls out a pistol and shoots it in its robot face.
Oh no.
And yeah, now the rest of the Tiger Claws are on guard and making their way up here.
It's on. Go.
Wait, that was only one shot. Do you want me to hold or do you want me to go?
No, it's go time.
Okay, I would like to roll to fire,
Wait,
please.
maybe we should wait until the tiger claws actually get up here, because they do have to walk up 3 stories.
Yeah, yeah. Let's wait for the big noise.
Let's wait for lots of noise.
Yes.
Right, I'll hold steady.
Okay.
Yeah, so this group of like gangers shoots this robot in the face, and then they take up a defensive position at the top of the stairwell, and there is now a firefight happening in this food court as these guys just kind of like take pot shots down at the Tiger Claws who are making their way up towards them.
Okay.
That's my cue.
Question. They are the gangers on the 3rd floor, ignoring the 3 of us who are outside our room.
Act terrified.
We're not
I'll-
shooting them.
Wait, how many of them are there?
There's
5.
4 of them. Oh shit, 5.
Okay, all right, that's more than I thought, but because I'm like, if we could, we are behind them. We could kill them.
Look, let's just chill for the moment and then we kill our targets first.
All right, so we've got a firefight. We've got big noise. Take my shot. I got 26.
Times 3, not times 2. So you do 39 points of damage to all 3 of them.
Nice. That's good and murdery. Are they still twitching?
2 of them are still up. The 2 who are at the bar, barely, but
I'd
yeah,
like to
you.
finish it off.
You get a second attack.
So that's a 22 for the attack roll for the second, and let's just jigger that. 24 damage. Bye.
Yeah, so they are very much dead.
Job well done.
Take
Nice.
a picture through the wall, and off we go.
I mean, don't we want to see if they have anything we might want to steal?
Yeah, we could just break into the thing now that they're dead.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, just literally break the lock. Like, everyone's shooting at each other. It's fine. No one's gonna notice.
Yeah, like Vulture is going to walk up to the door, well, run up to the door and tug on the door and see if it's locked or not. And if it's locked, he's just going to shoot the lock cylinder, like so it goes flying out.
Cinematic.
I can pick that lock pretty quickly, by the way.
Oh,
Wait, why
Oh.
did you let me pick it? I'm way worse.
So you're trying to pick the lock then to get into their room?
yeah, let's have him do it. Vulture puts the gun barrel to the lock cylinder and then Junkyard, was it? Yeah, you just go, no. Kiddo, move out the way.
That's a 15 to pick the lock.
Yeah, that'll get in. These aren't particularly high quality locks.
Let's
And
run it
everybody
through-
is watching the firefight. So,
Don't mind us.
Funnily enough, you mentioned that, and there's this gunfire coming from this room. Let's see, how do I put this? Banshee will open fire, and when she does, the gang who's up there with you guys, basically, is going... I guess anyone who's outside, make me a perception check.
okay. And do they even hear anything from inside the soundproof rooms?
It's soundproofing for conversation. Not for gunfire.
Okay.
That's why
That's
we
an-
needed a distraction.
Okay, that is a 11.
And 18.
Mess that up. Hang on. 12.
Junkyard and Federal are going to notice that after after Banshee opens fire and kills these guys, they definitely hear the gunfire, but they don't like react to you guys or to it like they were expecting it.
What?
Uh-oh.
Huh.
I don't like this. Let's.
Fuck, we should have
Leave.
talked to them.
That usually means they're here to clean us up.
Okay, someone bust the window out and we're getting out of here on the grappling hook. Everyone cool with that?
No! I'm scared of heights!
Well, close your eyes.
What about dying? You scared of that?
Less! Besides, we haven't gotten any cool loot from the guys who killed. Also, we haven't got any real evidence of them being dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there now that the door's open. Went through all this trouble. We might as well strip them, and I'm gonna strip them for whatever they have.
Well, you're a med tech, so like you can cut off their thumbs or whatever, right?
I'm gonna start trying to push stuff in front of that door for now.
I'm gonna shoot the window out and try to estimate the height of the building from where I'm at because I've got like 96 feet of grappling hook line.
Okay, let's split this up. You guys are doing your thing and we're doing our thing. Which one goes first? Jesse.
Let's just go top to bottom. Let's go with Vulture first.
Right, Vulture is going to get his agent out and record the faces of the people. That's his main concern, so we have an ID that they're dead. Secondly, he's going to see if there's like duffel bags with gear in them. If there are any like just lying about, he's going to grab one of those. Otherwise, he's just going to stack up against the door so he has line of sight on it in case somebody comes in.
Okay. Yeah, there's a duffel bag that you can grab with stuff. You're not sure what's inside of it yet.
Perfectly fine. Yeah, stuff is always useful.
Federal, what are you doing?
I'm stripping the individual bodies. They have. I'm assuming they have stuff on them.
Yeah, so the guy who was asleep didn't have pretty much anything on him. The two who are at the bar now have a set of completely ruined Kevlar armor each, and one is carrying a low-quality shotgun, and the other is carrying a heavy pistol.
All right, I'll take the heavy pistol. And wait, one of them had cybernetics, right?
Yes, the girl has a chromed cyber arm.
How long would it take to take off the cyber arm?
I feel like there was probably a thing in the book, but I'm going to say, how cleanly do you want to take it off?
I want it to be functional, but I don't need it to be, because it doesn't matter. She's dead. Her end of it doesn't really matter. I just don't want to hurt any of the cyberware, or do as little damage to the cyberware as possible while moving as quickly as I can.
Well, if you really wanted to be quick about it, you could just detach her arm from her body at like the shoulder.
And that's probably what I'm going to go with.
Okay. I'll say that probably takes about 10, 15 seconds-ish.
All right. So I just run up to her and begin amputating the cyberware.
All right. Ed Jones, what are you doing?
I'm pushing everything I can in front of the door. And if I see a bottle of booze, I'm probably going to stick that into my bag quickly as I pass.
All right. Junkyard, what are you doing?
After I pick the lock, I go back into the room to cover Banshee.
And Banshee, what are you doing?
I am going to assess the height of the building with assistance from teleoptics and any reference buildings I can find to try to figure out how high up we are and if window is a viable escape.
You're about 30 feet off the ground.
Oh, easy peasy. Okay, I'm going to shoot the window out. And grappling, I'll get my grappling hook ready just in case. We're all in the same room, right?
I believe
No.
you're still in the room that you broke into, but
Okay.
not the one that they were in.
I will instead not shoot this window out. I will turn to my companion Junkyard and say, okay, how fast can we get through that wall on the other side? Because if we're going to get out of this building, we can't go through the hallway anymore. This may be a setup. So we're going out the window.
It'll take a while, I think, to go through the wall, but shooting out both windows seems pretty easy.
No. Oh, you know what? I can totally get over the other side. What am I thinking? Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to shoot this window out, and then I'm going to tell them to take cover while I shoot that window in, or just break it with the butt. It's fine. So I'll try that. I would like to try to shoot my window out, step onto the ledge, and pistol whip the other glass.
Okay, make an athletics check.
18.
Yeah, you managed to balance yourself out there pretty solidly enough.
All right. What do I need to do to can I just pistol whip the glass open on the other side to make an escape?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say that you're able to pistol whip the glass open.
Hey guys, so how do we feel about going out the window?
Jesus Christ, you scared me! What the hell?
What? Totally normal egress.
Time to leave.
And I'll step in just for safety's sake before deployment, and so I can let Junkyard climb through behind me, should he so desire.
Yeah.
All right. Back up at the top. Vulture, what are you doing? Outside, the sound of gunfire is both getting more intense and getting louder as it sounds like the other gang is moving closer towards y'all's door.
Right. Is the grappling hook thingamajig set up, or?
She's deployed, and all you have to do is just pull your cuffs up over your hands, or you're wearing gloves, it's fine. Loop one foot here and then just slide down and don't think about it. And then when you get to the bottom, jump off. And it's fine.
Is it a athletics to do this, or?
Yeah, we'll say athletics to not accidentally fall off the line.
All right.
Fucking die, as we call it.
I'm
Down
too
we
small to
go.
ride you all down, so otherwise I would. But y'all are a lot bigger than me.
Okay, so that is a... Alright, well, Vulture is going to pretty much just gun pointing towards the door, just back up to the grappling hook and just okay. You got this. It's no biggie. And just go on it and see about getting down safely.
I believe in you. Listen, I only lost my arm once learning to do this when I was a kid. You'll be fine.
And I'm going to use my luck to boost the roll. My whole
That's a good
2 luck. So
That's a good idea.
I am happy I did that.
Yeah, that's yeah. So you managed to safely get down the your escape route down the grapple line.
Oh shit, I can't believe I survived that.
It was pretty touch and go. At one point, there was a gust of wind, and it kind of like slams you against the side of the building, but you managed to hold on.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Up next is Federal. You now have a cyber arm.
All right, I'm gonna stow that and just run and shimmy down the line.
All right, give me an athletics check. Yeah, this is pretty easy for you. You managed to get down without any issue. The winds also, like, at some point will gust up, but you were able to, like, keep from slamming against it just because you're bracing yourself against the wall with your feet.
Nice.
Ed Jones, what are you doing?
Cursing my name.
Probably, but I'm gonna go down anyway.
All right, give me another athletics check as well.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, go ahead and roll another d10 as well. Just see exactly how not good this is.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, so you're about halfway down. So you're about 15 feet up when you just your hand slips
My
or
leg gives
something.
out.
Yeah, and you just tumble. You accidentally let go of this line, and you just fall the rest of the way down. Make one more athletics check. I think you're supposed to get one more in order to try and catch yourself if possible. Lord. Okay, go ahead and give me another d10.
Do you
I'm
not
guessing I
have
don't catch
luck?
myself.
Yeah, so you just attempt to like grab this thing, and somehow instead of grabbing it, the line ends up wrapping around your arm.
Jeez.
It was better than the last time. You're improving. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I remember the last time. They don't need to hear about it.
Okay.
Well, remember, I lost my arm, so it couldn't be worse.
All right. Make one more athletics check for me real quick.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, you tumble towards the ground. You take I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to roll 3d6 here real quick.
Do I land on Anton? I mean, Vulture?
Please, no.
You do not. Let's see. So you take, what was that 9 points of damage? Actually, no, sorry.
Okay.
You take 14 points of damage because you also, when you land very badly and you break one of your legs.
Is it the real leg or the cyber leg that's...
It'll be the real leg.
Okay.
You gotta set that ankle.
Vulture is just going to go, well, now we have an excuse to change this one too.
Para down there just like, well,
I hope this one works better than the other one that's already broken. I'm going to go ahead and swear in every language that I know.
How many is that?
I can swear in 9 languages.
Holy shit.
okay, Junkyard, you need to get down there fast. So I'm
Okay.
gonna have the last one
Off
taking
we
this.
go.
I will hold the door just to make sure no one gets through. So
I'm spending luck on this one.
Yeah. I recommend it.
And I do just fine.
Lucky
Do a
you.
little pirouette at the end. Ta-da!
and because I'm gonna be extra like that, I'm just gonna like stunt down this one and like maybe like treat it like a silk moment where you're just like tumbling, like, oh look, oh, is that hard for you? This was so easy for me. So what do you want from like acrobatics, contortion, athletics? Because I am being smug.
If you're going to be extra about it, yeah, give me I guess, just make a athletics check, and then we'll see how fancy it looks. Yeah, so you managed to just definitely get down this rope. You you even do like a little spin on your way down, and you've all made it down safely. Well, mostly.
Let's get to the truck.
I'm gonna disengage the grappling hook portion and retrieve the rest of my line.
Yeah, just my leg is broken. Not my middle finger, Banshee.
Wait, what? What is that?
I will go over to Ed Jones and I will patch him up so he can at least walk for right now.
A splint.
Yeah, make me a.
I think we should carry him and splint him in the truck. Just
This
saying.
should only take an action.
Yeah, quick fix takes a minute, I believe, is what I
Oh,
saw.
a minute. So never mind. Yeah, you're right.
All right,
Let's go.
let's go, boys and girls. Back to the truck.
And everybody had their faces covered, right?
Oh yeah, I mean
That was the worst that could happen.
that's what the
Well-
extra SMG ammo's for.
As it just so happens, right when you say that, the other gang who was in the firefight with the tiger claws, a couple of them appear at the windows that you guys just jumped from and start opening fire on you guys down on the ground floor.
Yo,
I would like
shit.
to counter with suppressive fire so that everyone can start making a fucking run for the, car or whatever.
All right. I will give them some shots first, and then we will see how this plays out. They are carrying SMGs as well.
But are they heavy? Probably.
Well, they're going to have to hit a, 25 if they auto-fire?
Well, that's if they auto-fire. They don't have to.
Otherwise, it's 20? It was 30 yards high, or?
It's not 30 yards. It's 30 feet, which is significantly less yards.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you people.
We're in a pretty good range for them, actually.
Yeah, that's 15 yards. That's pretty short.
Why are you people like this? Holy shit,
Y'all need to get him to the car.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
All right, so let's see. Let's make these gunfire checks real quick. Well, that's a miss. Wow, they are both awful. All right. We'll go at the top of this again. Vulture, what are you doing? You all are being shot at.
Yeah, Vulture is going to give a hand to, was it Kino who broke his leg?
Yeah, Ed Jones.
Yeah. So going to assist Ed Jones with that, and then just like, come on, let's go. Let's get you going, buddy. Starts running towards the truck.
All right. Federal, you are possibly being shot at.
Well, I wouldn't know it based on their rolls, but so I'm going to help escort Kino to the car.
All right. So you guys are just kind of like on either side of him, helping him.
Yes.
All right. Ed, you are being helped along towards the vehicle. Is there anything else you want to do with your action?
Just gonna curse every time they take a step and jostle my leg, but other than that, I think I'm gonna let them handle it.
All right. Junkyard.
I'm going to make my way towards the car, ducking behind cover as needed.
All right. And Banshee.
I would like to return suppressive fire to provide cover while trying to take cover myself and try to move stealthily-ish on my way back.
Okay.
I got a 15 for return fire.
Are you doing auto fire?
Oh, yes. That was just the attack roll.
Okay. Well, then at this range, that will actually miss.
Oh, well, it's suppressive fire. I'm serialing hard.
Glad I wasn't the only one thinking it.
But yeah, after they take those shots at you guys, one of them kind of like taps those two and like does a come on gesture, and they leave, presumably to get the F out as well.
Okay, guys, we're clear. They're clear from the window. Go, 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 go. Walk it off. Just kidding.
Well, put him in carefully. Also make sure that he doesn't spill blood on the seats.
You're such a dad.
It's just a broken leg.
You don't know. The bone could have pierced the skin.
Oh, we don't need that in it.
With my rolls, they probably did. Let's be honest.
All right. Now that we're driving away, can I quick fix his leg?
Yeah, it's only I believe it's a 13 paramedic roll.
All right, let me look at my paramedic.
You can bite my hand if it makes you feel better while he's, fixing your leg or whatever. Because I don't have a stick.
I don't think I want to try and break my teeth this time. Maybe next time.
Oh, you caught me.
All right, yeah. So you're able to very easily do a quick fix on his leg, get a splint on it.
I tell him, if you want to, if he's like, that'll get you walking around for now, but in the long run, you're going to need to go to a doctor to get it properly cast. I can do that for you, but it'll cost you, I think on it, €200.
You got to set up an appointment, or can we do that now?
If you have the time. It'll take a few hours, so I imagine we'd want to get to someplace safe before we stop to do it.
Probably want to get paid.
Let's leave first.
I don't have anything in my bag that numbs pain or anything.
No, I administered that as a part of the quick fix. He's not feeling anything right now.
Because I just had tetrodotoxin, and I thought that's probably a bad idea.
I mean, I wouldn't feel anything once it got going.
True. But I mean, you'd also be like super useless, which would be like really bad for you. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh.
There.
I'm gonna check the scream sheets while we're driving away and see if there's any chatter about the incident that just happened. Any police traffic or anything.
Well, as it just so happens, there is already a scream sheet up about the incident, calling it a four-way gang shootout.
Oh, we're a gang now, are we? Interesting.
Wait, who was the fourth one? Because I count them, and us. That's 3.
The piranhas
And
weren't
the
a
ones
part of the
downstairs.
plan. Yeah, the piranhas weren't a part of the plan. They were a different gang than the piranhas. So I'm pretty sure whoever we murked was associated with the piranhas. The tiger claws were separate from that, and that third gang was separate from them. And they're considering us a fourth gang.
Oh,
Gotcha.
What are our colors? No, nothing. Okay,
None of us
No.
are wearing anything even close to matching.
Pink.
Which is good. That's for the best. If they're looking for another gang.
I forgot. Is this a right arm or a left arm?
It is a left arm.
So it speaks communism, is what you're telling me? If it was
Sure.
the right arm, it would speak about the free market.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna eject my mag and check my bullet levels because I am not counting bulletsula. So I want to make sure that my SMG is in good shape for the next round.
Okay, well, we seem to have escaped. They are not looking for us. They're looking for another gang.
We got evidence of the killing.
We got evidence of the kill, and we have one physical casualty of sorts. I'd say that was fairly successful.
I would recommend now that we're in public-ish, we should probably, remove suspicious head coverings.
I take off my mask.
It's
We're
a
on the
smog
truck now,
mask.
right?
People wear smog masks all day.
Yeah,
That's true.
Wait, you guys didn't get yours built in? That's so much easier.
I did.
I take what I can get. If I don't find a dead ganger with filtration, then I don't have a filtration unit.
Oh no, you gotta go hang around the areas where they do the fancy installs and then just see who drops dead. It's fine.
Anywho, should we give the suit a call? See if he's ready to meet for payment?
I do believe so. Who would like to make the call?
Who's the best at talking anyway?
Not me.
We're all quite bad at it, as it turns out.
Well, I mean, unless we're talking about making a sale, then I can help. But we already did that.
I mean, it is kind of a sale because, 2,000 solid.
I will pull out my phone and call the person.
It's considered bad etiquette to haggle after the job is done.
Exactly.
Does he answer?
In the grim dark future, we're all still millennials afraid of answering phone calls or making them.
Just text me, please.
So does he answer?
Yes, he does pick up.
I tell him, we were able to find 3 out of the 5 marks, and we eliminated them. We're sending you the information, or we're sending you proof of their death now. But I'm sure you've already heard about it on the news, or there are reportings of the shooting at the food court.
Yes, I saw that. Good work. Shall we meet back at the karaoke bar for payments?
That's amenable.
Fantastic. I'll see you there in an hour.
See you there. And I inform them he wants to meet us at the karaoke bar.
Ooh, I can finally afford my new optical implant and real food.
Okay, let's not forget that there is a non-zero chance that he is also the one that sent them against us, so we should be fully prepared when we get there.
Were we able to identify the colors of the gang the other gang that was there, or was that unknown to us?
No one ever rolled to see what gang they were.
Listen, you always come into these meetings prepared to kill the person who contracted you because you never know if they're shady or not. Get the money first, then put a bullet in their head. Simple.
Well, the fact that he's offering to meet you at the karaoke bar is a pretty good sign, at least.
Yeah, that's true. No one usually pulls that shit in front of Neko. He may wear a latex crop top, but he will end you.
Well, do we want to head to the karaoke bar at once, or do we want to chill at the ocean for a bit?
I already told him that he's expecting us in an hour, so
We can get there within 10 minutes. It's fine.
Okay.
Like, we haven't left Haywood. We're still in Haywood.
Haywood's pretty
I mean, still.
well, how long did it take us to get here? I think is the premier question. Because we're essentially making.
I'm going to say it took you about 45 minutes to get there.
Right,
We
so
may
might.
be-
All right, sure.
You may be experiencing like Miami peak cruising traffic speeds, like where you're looking cute, but like you're not going anywhere.
I mean, the roads are not great. And even if your vehicle can handle the all the potholes and everything, not everyone else's can.
Yeah,
Now, what
well,
kind of suspension are we looking at here? Are we having a smooth ride?
probably. I mean, it has a towing weight of 10 tons, so it probably has fairly good suspension. Also, there isn't any mods for specific like off-roading capability, so
I mean, you'd think, given the fact that like no matting is an option, and surely you have to off-road there.
no, actually not. I looked at it. I was like, huh, there is nothing for it.
No mudding in the grim dark future. I like it.
Mud needs water. We don't have that. That's a luxury.
Mudding is a luxury for once. Okay, I like it. It's even better.
Night City is in California. There's nothing to say that you get rain in Night City.
It hasn't rained in California in 80 years, except for that one year where it rained for 60 days, and everyone died.
Okay. So we gear up and head back.
So Ed is splinted up and/or cast. Presentable. We can limp you in, get you a cane, maybe.
He's got a splint, so he'll limp for a bit, but he'll be able to walk.
Yeah, limping on both legs. That's going to be lovely.
Can we get a cane?
Can we get the wheelchair, please?
I'm sure I can make him something. What do you got back here?
Nothing
Need
you
some
can
old-
make a wheelchair out of. I can tell you that much.
Some old kibble packs. I could probably make a cane out of those.
I would be interested to see
The
that.
kibble's probably stronger.
You don't get to use my cable for a cane. I'm telling you that right now.
I got a bunch of shells, like, brass.
Oh, hey, that's useful. All these spent casings.
You could just give me a piggyback ride, Vulture.
No.
I mean, I'd offer, but I'm
Okay.
petite.
I mean, if you got a spare tire, I'm sure me and Jones can whip something up.
I'm not giving you my spare tire. I need that. What the hell?
And what do you have that we can use?
Nothing.
We can figure it out when we get there. We'll just sit him in a chair when we get there. No big deal.
I mean, with the quick fix it,
Yeah, his legs should be functional.
yeah, with that Pedro did, you should be able to walk around normally.
Poor Pero, he's over here
Okay.
like, why are you doubting me? I'm very good at my job.
Yeah, like he hasn't even tried to walk around on it, and he's already like, I can't walk. I was like, you can't feel anything. You're still numbed up.
You want me to walk around in the car while we're driving? Okay.
Wait, it's got like a truck bed. Like, oh my god, do you ever fill it up? There's no water. Never mind. You can't make a truck pool.
Let's go do some laps in the back.
Get that physical therapy in.
Okay.
Okay, do we go back in there in black or, like Kevlar or whatever, armor jack, or do we like civilian clothes? What? Like, what do we think? What are the odds of us having an issue?
Well, I look like I'm in civilian dress all the time, but because I have a very thin layer of Kevlar, my armor is not good, but I can't hide it.
I'm just gonna throw my clothes on top. It'll be fine. They're loose.
Throw that trench coat over the top. I'm good.
All right. So you guys pull up to the karaoke bar. Coming inside, there is a lady on the front stage who is singing a very popular dance song of a Latin sort, of a Latin variety. You may or may not have heard it before. And Neko, when you get inside, will just kind of point you guys towards the back room where you got the job in the first place.
I'm gonna like wave super enthusiastically and like blow a kiss. Like, thank you. You're so nice.
And inside, the suit is sitting there. And he just kind of nods and, well done.
Our payment?
Yes, of course. And he will pull out stacks of Euro dollars.
Ooh, cash payment. Gosh, but sure.
Love it.
Excellent.
I saw from the video that you managed to get 3 of them. So, as agreed, here is 3,000 each.
Fantastic.
Woo, Nelly.
Oh, I'm so sorry we couldn't get anything that was stolen from the garden back. We just couldn't find it.
Well, that would have been nice, but unexpected, to be honest. As long as you sent the message and they are dead, that's all I needed.
Shame for those folks to go hungry.
So let's talk about the others that were involved, shall we?
Others? What others would that be?
The other gang that showed up. Somebody else knew they were there. Somebody else gunning for them.
Well, I'm certain I don't know anything about that.
I
Is
guess I
he
don't.
lying?
Make me a human perception check and see.
How often do you get back luck?
Every session.
All right, and it just adds another D10 to the roll, correct?
It's +1 per every point that you expend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll pump 2 luck into it since it seems we're going to be done.
This suit is either telling the truth or he's a damn good liar.
I just don't understand.
Well, I figured you might want to know that others were also interested in the same quarry that you had set forth.
Well, they were degenerates. It would not surprise me if they've made more than one enemy.
Fair enough.
And it wouldn't make much sense to go ahead and hire some of the best that you could find and then send in another inferior team to ruin the shot of the first team you sent in. So, I mean, I wouldn't think you'd do
That would,
something
in
that
fact,
silly.
make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
However, it
Although-
would make sense if someone else in the employ also was trying to compete with you. Just so you know.
I mean, rooftop gardens are big business. Everyone wants fresh food and other stuff.
That they are. But I assure you I know nothing of these other groups, and, well, that's just life in Night City, I think.
So it is. A pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Indeed.
Call again if you need to. You know how to get in touch. And, minimal casualties. I think we did a good job.
I'm sure I can find use for your services again in the future.
Good, because I have my eye on some shoes.
Well, if you will excuse me, I will take my leave. Please enjoy your pay.
Thank you.
Hello, rent money.
As soon as he walks out, I immediately check the pay for trackers and explosives.
Yeah, I was like, oh
The
my
world's
God.
smallest hand grenade.
You never know.
Hey, I as a DM before have hidden ink packs that completely rendered payments useless in the past against my players.
Yeah, I'm looking for die packs too. Shit.
But no, these bundles seem clean. You've got a nice 3K. Not only are they clean, but they are non-sequential.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Damn.
Well, folks, it has been a pleasure working together. I believe I have to head off home now. Have a lovely evening, my fellow runners.
You as well.
You too.
Good evening.
I get up and wander out.
All right. Thank you for listening to the Red Knights podcast actual play. This season we're playing Cyberpunk Red from Artel Saurian Games. Our theme music is by Ivy Faye. You can find links to her other work in the description below.